Man United 3, Everton 3. 2-0 up. You're thinking, you know what? We're aware of Everton's threats. That's pretty much all they have. So defend properly, keep an eye on the break, and manage the game. Manage the game. Shit defending. Get it back to 2-2 within 8 minutes of the second half. 10 minutes of second half. Managed to get ourselves back in front. Just see it out. Concede in the last dying seconds of the game.
I mean, if that doesn't sum up our defence, I really don't know what does. I mean, to concede 3 goals at Old Trafford, your home ground, and still come away with a draw, it's embarrassing, especially for a team that is meant to be in a title chase. I think that's just knocked us out of it, to be honest. If City end up winning against Liverpool, which I probably think they do, I think that's us out of it. And do you know what I feel sorry for? I feel sorry for the front players because I thought they played so well today. Bruno Fernandes played amazing again, and I feel sorry for them because they were putting that all into the game. I mean, they were even tracking back in the final minutes, but centre-half partnership and the goalkeeper cost us today. And also Ollie trying to finish the game, making a stupid substitution like that, like trying to scapegoat to Anzabi in the final minutes. It's just, why? Just play football, carry on the game and finish the game the way you were doing. I also think we lost a lot of momentum when POGBA came off. I think obviously we had a good spell. I just don't think Fred was a substitution to make. I rate Fred. I've said it on here many times. I rate him very highly. But I think the game today, I don't think it was his game really. I thought we were already controlling the midfield. They don't have massive amounts of pace. I thought, why couldn't you bring, I always say this, but it never happens. Why couldn't you bring Van der Beek on to replace him if he's meant to be Pogba's replacement? Do you know what I mean? Bring him on, keep possession, because that's where we were going wrong in the game. We struggled to keep spells of possession. Have someone in there who's really tidy, can pass the ball. He'd be great in the dying seconds that we needed, just keeping possession and playing the ball. But that didn't happen. Ollie went with Fred, and I don't think that partnership worked quite as good as the Pogba one. And we lost a bit of control of the game in the second half, managed to win it back, but it still wasn't enough because you've got, I mean, Maguire, I hate to pin it on Maguire because it's not all Maguire, but he's captain of the club and he's got to go into that dressing room now. And what's he going to say? Like, he got absolutely outpaced on the first run. We should have another centre-half covering him because he's probably the best centre-half that we've got in the club. Fair enough on that. But then he's lying on the floor, like when the whistle's been blown. Fair enough, it's a foul, but get up and run. And you've conceded 3 goals at home in a must-win game. And he's got to go in and give a speech to the team. If I was the front 3 players, I'd be absolutely fuming. Obviously, positive state from the game. I think Bruno's getting back on form now. I thought he took risky passes when he needed to take risky passes, kept it tidy when he needed to keep it tidy. That shot was just filth. He's fake. And then to hit his technique, I think he's got one of the best techniques in the club and he's a midfielder. Greenwood looking really sharp. The only thing he's missing is a goal. Rashford, you know, it's one of them where he's on and off the whole game, but he was making some decent runs. Obviously, Cavani's goal was great. For Luke Shaw, again, an amazing game. Wan-Bissaka was a little bit shaky again, but yeah, I think when Pogba came off, the midfield lost that momentum, and I also think that defence, it's just not going to work because
does today's game prove why? I know it's easy in hindsight, but does it prove why? If we really want to kick on to the next level, we can't have those two for the whole season.
Yeah, but we've been saying this for ages now. We've been saying it for months. We've been saying it since before the season began. I mean, I know we spent 80 million on Maguire, but you push that under the carpet now. Like, you get over that. And you've seen City do it, spend more money. Like, we need another defender. I know Tuanzebe's not have that much of a chance, but if he was good enough, then Ollie surely would have put him into that team. We've seen Mengi, he was meant to come through the season. He's gone to Derby. He's probably, as KG was saying, he's probably never going to get like a kick. And then we've got Bayer, who he doesn't trust. He's on the bench every game.
Injured now.
Injured again. And we've got slow centre-back pairing. Every time they got on the ball today, they look shaky. I mean, and every time we've got any sort of pacing behind him, we know we're going to concede goals. Anything that Everton had, it was due to pacing behind. And then David De Gea, for God's sake, he's meant to be this world-class. Well, he was world-class. He's not, in my opinion, he's not anymore. He's this experienced goalkeeper. He never comes out to the ball. He looks scared in his net. It's like he's literally like poppadom hands. Like he's coming at him. He should be coming and collecting that on the dying minutes of the game. A proper authoritative keeper should be getting that. And do you know what? A defence always performs better when they've got an authoritative keeper that they trust in behind him. De Gea, I think, I'm not fully scapegoating him, but on that first goal, terrible goalkeeping, that puts your defence uneasy for the rest of the game. And it puts your whole team under pressure. And I've been saying it for a while now. I've even said it on here before. I do think, I'm not just saying it because of this game. I do think it's, when is Dean Henderson going to get this chance that we've been told he's going to get? We need someone extremely commanding and authoritative, and someone who's going to come and command the area. And for me, he's obviously done better this season, but I don't think he's that commanding presence that we need as a Manchester United keeper. I really don't. You've got to be more commanding than he has. And then obviously we've talked about Ollie's in-game management before. I don't think it was great. But besides that, I do actually think we were the better team. We deserved to win. If I was Rashford, Bruno...
I do we deserve to win defending like that.
Even McTominay. McTominay, I thought, played really well today. I always...
How much did Pogba coming off affect the game for you?
Massively. I think him and McTominay were actually controlling the game pretty well. I think Pogba's discipline was very good. He made runs where he needed to make runs. He was passing the ball off quite quickly. I think McTominay was very disciplined. I think his passing accuracy was so much better today. And over the last few games, I think I saw he's got 5 goals in the last 8 games. He's really kind of come to terms with when he can take that chance and go forward, and when he can drop back. And I think his decision-making today and his control of the ball was great. And I think he worked really well. And I often criticise him, but he's really starting to solidify that position. Hopefully it can continue. And when he is allowed that freedom, which I think actually Pogba can give him, because Pogba actually is very physical and can be a great defensive player, they can interchange and make some great runs in this game, because it's not extremely down to pace, unless obviously you've got Richarlison running behind. But in the midfield, you've got Davies, Gomez, Decore. It's not really reliant on pace. So I think him and Pogba work very well. As I've said, I'm a fan of Fred, but I don't think he offered much this game. It wasn't very pacey, and he's not the best passer. And we all know, like, if you want to shoot, Fred's not your guy, is he? Like, bless his heart. He can't hit a band on, can he? So I do think, again, I say it every week, I would have thought it would have seen Van der Beek. I don't understand. It's like Ollie literally refuses to use him. I thought it could have worked well in this game. That was a poor game management decision. Don't get me wrong, we still could have won the game, because I think we still were the better team. Our quality went down a little bit, but I thought we were still the better team. And then obviously it is what it is. Defensive errors cost us. And I think De Gea, Lindelof, I feel like Lindelof and Maguire are kind of each other's downfalls. They're not bad defenders, but they just don't work well together. And then them going back into that dressing room, they know it's on them. It's a defensive error, and a set piece again. It's the mentality. How many times is this team gonna concede goals like that in a set piece? First one was a soft goal. Second one, very extremely poor, lethargic defending, getting out to James Rodriguez. Yes, it was a good strike, but no one was getting out to him. And then the third goal, you give away a free kick when you don't need to give away a free kick. Rusty as anything to Anzabi's probably scared for his life to do anything wrong in the dying minutes. Gives away that free kick, and then no one's commanding in the area to come and get it. And that's why we lost the game. But we deserve to win it. Positives is our front
three. We drew, but it feels like a loss.
Pardon?
I said we drew, but it feels like a loss.
It feels like a loss, because that was a vital point in our charge for the title, and I feel like that's kind of game over. Like, I know it sounds negative to say, but
City go and win tomorrow. Hypothetically, it could happen. Very much so could happen with the way they're playing. They win their game in hand whenever that is. It could be up to 8 points clear of us. Is that too much? Then is it too much even now?
I think it's too much, because I think we're going to drop more points. That defence is going to drop more points. I'm telling you now. And City's defence looks as solid as anything. I tell you something. You take one of City's centre halves and put them in that game today, I generally don't think we lose. And people are scapegoating De Gea, but there's multiple factors in how shaky we are at the back today. I mean, Wan-Bissaka is constantly being offside. That needs keeping players on side. That needs to be addressed. The amount of space that we were getting on the right, and I thought Greenwood, by the way, played so well today. His sharpness, his passing, he doesn't look like a 19-year-old.
Quite a mature performance from him today, wasn't it?
I genuinely think he's really secure in that right wing position. I think he's playing as a very good right winger. I thought he was getting balls in. I think he was taking players on. He's obviously a natural striker, so he's going to take a shot. But I think he's become slightly less greedy, and I think he's been playing great football for the team. And I think he's secured that position. And you've got obviously Martial and Rashford battling out for left wing. I don't think Martial will ever get really a chance because Rashford's that player. He can bring a moment of magic in a poor game, as we saw today. I thought he was probably the worst out of our strikers, and he managed to pull some off. And then Cavani, you just cannot drop him at number 9. His work rate, his heading ability, his aerial ability, and his just mature leadership up front. I think all them players were ticking really well. I think Gary Neville was saying it on the commentary. And I really agree with him. We were moving the ball so much quicker in the final third today once we got our rhythm, because we started a little bit slow. And I think Bruno, a really mature performance from him, taking risks when he needed to and not. And I like the risks he takes. That shot that he takes, that's the reason we've drawn. We've not lost. But we go again, and we're never going to achieve what as a club we want to achieve if we don't invest in our defence. And I think that's a serious area we need to look at. We really do need to look at, because you think it's okay when we play a low block and we're trying to counter attack, but at home at Old Trafford, as I said, conceding 3 goals and still not getting a win from that, it's so poor for Manchester United standards. And we've got other areas as well, a CDM, a really, really mature CDM. But our front players, we're looking like we've got a lot of depth in that area. And I really would just like to see Ollie try and change the game a little bit more in the game. But I don't think we will see that. I think he's quite stubborn, and I think he's going to carry on with the way he's going. But he needs to wake up and smell the coffee. Like that centre-back pairing, he's not going to win anything, and I hope he knows it. I really do. I hope it was the board restricting him from buying someone in January, because you know what? We would have gone out and got a pacey centre-half in January. That could be the difference, but it is what it is.
Yeah, we're feeling the repercussions of that now. We go again midweek, West Ham FA Cup. See you then.
It's going to be a really tough game, and I just hope we can bounce back in that and win it, because I think we need that FA Cup trophy this season. I really do.
Yeah, after getting so far in it last season, we've got to go 2 steps further and win it. So
exactly. Yeah. That'd show progress if we could beat a semi-final and actually get to a final and win something this year.
Yeah, there you go. All right, see you then.
See you later.